The Dream is a school that is right here in Atlanta, Georgia. If you have not been to this school, you got to see it. We have people, foundations, businesses, corporations, education leaders all over the country asking us to go build the exact same school in their states. They want this training center in their states. They say it is the jewel of education in our country. They want it in their states. We have it right here. And we have some people who haven't even visited yet to see this amazing place. It started as a 100-year-old factory. I initially was going to do the school in New York City and Harlem because that's where I was teaching. But I knew I needed Kim Bearden. She was the American Middle School Teacher of the Year. She's from Atlanta. I knew I needed her to come to Harlem to help me. I said, please come to Harlem so we can start the school here. It's going to be the best school in the world. And she said, I'm not going to Harlem, but if you come to Atlanta, I'll do the school with you in Atlanta. I'll be your co-founder. So she was worth it, and she's here with me today. Stand up, Kim Bearden. So she's the whole reason why. She's the whole reason why this school is in Georgia. And so Kim and I, the book made money, but not that much money. We found a 100-year-old factory. Y'all know where Harold's Barbecue is? It's down off Jonesboro Road, about 2 miles south of Turner Field. We found this 100-year-old factory. It was disgusting. There was a crack house on this side, streetwalkers. The windows were busted out. And we said, this is it. This is going to be our school. And so we bought that 100-year-old factory. We're a nonprofit, so we had our board members come to look at it. I said, you're going to love it. And so they came to look at the factory, and I said, this is going to be great. And they got out of the car. They said, Ron, get back in the car. Get in the car. I said, no, this is going to be awesome. They soon felt the passion. And so we have some of our wonderful board members today. Jeff Mixon's here. Stephen McDonald's here. Any other board members here? Wonderful board members. And they said, all right, let's do it. So we bought that old factory about 7 years ago, but then we ran out of money. And so I thought I was going to walk into Coca-Cola and say, here's what we're going to do, and we're going to get some huge check. It didn't work that way. Now we are honored that Coca-Cola is one of our biggest sponsors. But back then, we couldn't get in to talk to anybody. Now, Delta Airlines, Comcast, Verizon, all huge sponsors of our school. At the time, though, we couldn't get in to speak with anyone. It was really hard. So we had to start breaking things down. Get a toilet here, a front door there, some tile for a bathroom. We had to build the school step by step. And after 3 years of reaching out to the community of Atlanta, a school was built. This is beautiful because a community came together to build an institution that now is training thousands and thousands of educators. They come from China, Russia, India, Finland, South Africa, Chile. They come here to Georgia to get trained. Georgia is becoming the place where people go from around the world to learn how to be an outstanding educator. People are starting to associate Georgia with the place where you have outstanding teacher quality, outstanding teacher training. And we are proud of that. We have turned that old factory into a school like none you've ever seen. It's a school that's full of passion, innovation, creativity. And what we do is we invite these people to come in and to be part of it. Sometimes they'll spend a day with us, or 2 days, or 3 days. We have everybody who come. They're college students, all the way up to college professors. All different types of teachers. They come. They cry at the end of the day. Snot's coming out of their mouth. They hug us. They say they didn't know education could be like this. They say it was life-changing, the best experience in education they've ever had. And it's incredible. And that is something we can be proud of. But we have 2 problems. Problem number 1, we can't meet the demand. People from all over Georgia and around the country, they want to come, but we can't hold them all. We are in a little old factory. We have created magic in a factory, so we need to add on to our facility. We want to add on a teacher training facility. It's going to cost us $4.4 million to have enough space to accommodate all the people who want to come here to Georgia to learn from us and to learn how to be a better educator. We're currently in a capital campaign. We've raised almost $2 million. We need the rest. We need your help. You have the power to make this happen. Another thing that you could help us with, and we know the power that you have in terms of education in this state. We're very excited about this morning in the Senate. It just passed that the last in, first out is no longer going to happen in our state. We're thrilled about that. You have power. You make things happen. We want to have there be legislation in Georgia so that we are able to train all of the teachers in Georgia who want to come. We need funding to do that. We need you to help us make that happen. We want to make our facility open to all of Georgia's educators. They come for a day, 2 days, or 3 days, but then for months and months afterward, they get all of our videos, lesson plans, webcasts, so that we can help to improve the educators in this state. Because the key is you improve the educator. Y'all, I don't care about the technology. I don't care about the building. I don't care about the gymnasium. I don't care about any of that. You have an outstanding educator, an outstanding administrative leader in that building, you're going to have magic. You want your students and you want your children in this state to have the best teachers. We want to train them and show them what it means to be excellent. I would love to invite all of you to come visit. If any of you would like to come see this school, I'm going to tell you right now, it's quite a ride. It takes about an hour to tour it, and I got to warn you, because if you look in this brochure, you see this picture, inside of our school, we have a huge 2-story electric blue tube slide. That is a symbol of all we do, and everybody who comes, you got to get slide certified. When you leave the tour, that's how you go out. This slide says, don't take the stairs like everyone else. In life, sometimes you got to go for it. We are trying to create a revolution here, y'all, and it's in Georgia. We are making a passionate spark in education, a change in the world, and it's right here in Georgia. We should be proud of it. That's what that slide is a symbol of. Don't take the stairs like everyone else always does. We are different. We are bold. We're on the cutting edge. When you go on that slide, it says go for it and dream big. We encourage our teachers to teach that way, our students to live that way, and these visiting educators, that's what we send them out the door with, that passion. So if you come, ladies, don't wear a skirt. But we'd love to have you come. On the back here, it's the information for our wonderful, outstanding Director of Development. Please stand up, Rosalind. This is Rosalind Merrick. She's so incredible. She heads the charge to help keep our school alive. Email her. We do tours all the time. We do one this Wednesday at 11 o'clock. We do them once a month. So you can come in and feel the passion. Sit in my classroom and watch me teach and our other educators to see the magic we have created right here in Georgia. Any questions? Yes, sir. Sure. We're not a charter school. We were going to be a charter school, but we are not because we are a teacher training facility first. So the charter wasn't really going to work for us. So we train educators. In terms of how much it costs us per student, you have to break it down in 2 ways because we're training educators, and that costs us money. If you take out that factor of what we need to train educators, it's going to be around $14,000 of what it will cost us to educate a student. But part of that is because the facility, the people, the staff, they're all wrapped up in educator training. One thing I'll say about our students, 90% of them, the average income of the families is an average less than $34,000 a year. For 10% of our kids, some of them pay full tuition. Some of them are quite wealthy. But for 90%, they come from an average $34,000 or less per year. Yes, sir. We only have 105, and we really don't want any more students than that because we're an educator training facility. We really don't need 500 students to train educators. Having a class of 30, that works really well for us. The students that come, we have students that come with learning disabilities, kids who are gifted, kids who are wonderful, outstanding kids with 2 wonderful parents in the home, kids who are living with a grandma or then an aunt. We have all different types of kids at our school, kids that come with discipline problems, kids who are perfectly behaved. Because when educators come from China, from California, from Connecticut, they want to see how our program affects every different type of child in the classroom. Yes, sir. It depends on the age. At our school, we believe that reducing classroom size isn't where we want to put our effort. Because y'all, if you got a bad teacher with 30 kids, she's going to be a bad teacher with 13 kids. You know, it's not really, it's all about teacher quality. We don't put a lot of money in reducing. It's teacher quality. That's what we're doing. And we have educators who have taught 30 years who will come spend a day with us or 2 days, and they will cry and say, I'm different. I now see what it should be. I never knew it should look like this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to make it in a different way. We have case studies. We have a school district in Nebraska where every teacher in that school district has been to our school for training. In 1 year, test scores through the roof, attendance rates better, and a 70% decrease in discipline referrals for that school district, just after all the teachers came to spend 1 or 2 days with us. This is the most powerful education program there is in the world. That's why they come here from China. The first thing they say when they walk in from China, when do we slide? That's last. That's all they ask. But it's all about this program. Yes, sir. We have 12,000 superintendents, principals, and educators who have been from all over the country and around the world. 1/3 of them, so about 4,000, comes from Georgia. That's really impressive. We're really proud of that. We have great partnerships with Troup County, with Fulton County. We have DeKalb County. We have great partnerships where they realize the strength of this program. Yes, sir. Well, Ann Kramer is on our advisory board, and I love Ann Kramer, but no one can hold a candle to Ann Kramer. She is our most amazing Georgian, along with Bill Bolin, of course. But she is our most amazing Georgian, but I absolutely love her. Yes. Sure. Yeah. So, first of all, he mentioned the End of Molasses classes. It's a new book that came out this summer. It's a New York Times bestseller, and it's about the top 100 things we do at our school. Because I don't want anyone here to think that we're teaching teachers how to rap and jump on desks. That's not what we teach. We teach educators things like this, how to make eye contact when you're teaching, because 80% of the time, teachers look at the board or the overhead. They don't look in the eyes of the kids. You have to make that connection. We did a survey of students, and we said, what number one thing do you want most in an educator? Someone who's clever, innovative, wise. What do you want in an educator? The answer was someone who is happy. Apparently, they don't care if you're dumb or not. Just want you to be happy. So we tell people, you've got to smile more. You've got to be happy. So these are 100 tips and techniques. We are teaching educators things that everyone can do, regardless of your personality, to be successful. Now, in the book, I talk a lot about parents, because parents are really causing a lot of problems in public education, and it's really difficult. We have hover mothers, and we have helicopter parents. People are trying to be too involved. So a third of the book is devoted to telling parents, just like we tell our parents at the Rockwell Academy, here's how to be a good parent. Here's how to tutor your child. Here's how to email your teacher in the correct way. So just breaking it down for parents so that they understand that respect works both ways. Yes, sir. Yes, my first book, the Essential 55, it is in college education programs all over the country and in thousands of schools around the world. But we also have a lot of colleges that we have partnerships with where they send their student teachers. It's funny, some colleges send their student teachers, and then some send students who aren't education majors, but they're hoping will become education majors. So we have lots of college students who come through the program as well. And you know what, y'all? This is crazy, people. In our country, we don't teach how to discipline kids. We don't teach it. You sit for 4 years in a classroom and they tell you how to discipline, then you're thrown into an urban environment or an environment. You don't know how to discipline kids. At our school, they'll say, I learned more in one day from watching how y'all dealt with the kids and how you handle situations. They'll learn in 4 years in a classroom. This is one powerful day. It is real experience. It's professional development like no other development in the world, and it's right here in Georgia, and we should be proud of that. Yes, sir. Oh, nice. Excellent. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Morgan graduated last year in Darlington, gave her a scholarship to go, so thank you so much. She's a sweetheart, and thank you for taking her. We love y'all. Yes. Okay. All right. But thank y'all so much. If anybody wants to come, like I said, right here on the back. This is Rosalind Merrick. Email us. We have tours all the time. I guarantee you, if it's not the most amazing thing you've seen in the last year, I will buy you lunch. I promise. Thank y'all so much.